Hello, everyone. I'm Ken Mestemacher, a director of research here at Edison Group, and I'm pleased to be sitting today with Chongsu Lee, CEO and founder of Pacla Medical, and Eric Woehrling, CFO of Pacla Medical. Chongsu and Eric, thank you for taking the time to speak with me today about Pacla Medical and your revolutionary Backhug device. And to start, would you introduce your business and your Backhug product for our audience?
Nice to see you, Ken, again. Yeah. Now, we started our business back in 2015, but the concept for Backhug has started germinating long before that. You can even say it started when I was a kid. I spent a lot of time in hospital, which caused a lot of pain. At the time, nobody seemed to be able to figure it out. That experience gave me the devotion that helped other people find the root cause of their health problems. Eventually, that led to Backhug's invention. I started my career as a troubleshooting engineer for Hyundai in Seoul, and it was a good career, but it was not my passion. So after some soul-searching time, I decided to quit the job and left for Edinburgh, where I had a few friends, and retrained myself as a physiotherapist. Now, during my physiotherapy, and typical of me, I experimented with a few different techniques and soon focused on one particular technique that works so well. The technique consisted of repetitive mechanical pressure onto the spine when in person's back. It worked really well. It worked for the headache, Achilles tendinitis, tennis, golfer's elbow, tight calf, tight hamstrings. And even I expanded on that technique and applied to multiple sclerosis or Parkinson's disease. And at one point, the Sunday Times published a story about a quite famous Scottish TV actress who was living with MS. Now, she received several sessions from me and went back to work. And that publication made the practice very busy. And I thought at the time, I cracked the secret physiotherapy health code. But there was a big problem, and it was huge. The fact that the treatment required repetitive pressure for at least 20 minutes at a time to relieve the tension. It caused a lot of pain and exhausting for the therapist. And I couldn't carry on for more than a few months, never mind a few years. At some point, I tried to train other therapists, including 2 physios, but none of them stuck to it because it was simply not possible for them to continue. So that's when I put my engineering hat on and basically created a copy of myself. And we spent the next 5 years intensively R&D the product and completed the product development last year and commercialized in the UK. Now we have 25 paying customers who are raving about the product, how it has transformed their lives. So this is our backstory.
So Chongsu, how does Backhug work? What makes it more effective for treating back pain than other products in the market?
Backhug is a robot that can effectively loosen stiff joints, which is the primary source of most of the pain we experience. It's totally automated and fully operated on app. So you basically lie down on your back, your legs are lifted, so you're in a super comfortable position. Then the fingers underneath start rising, sense and adapt to your unique back shape and giving you the personalized treatment experience. Now, what makes Backhug much better than existing products in the market? Now, existing products like massage chairs, they focus on muscles. And they use rollers and balls to give a superficial muscle treatment. Backhug is totally different. We adopt a totally different approach. Backhug focus on joint stiffness in the back. So instead of rollers and balls, which is used in massage chairs, we use human finger-sized robotic fingers. So they can go deep and get into the joints that are causing problem. Now, massage chairs, because they use rollers and balls, they can't get to the joints. It's just too big and too wide. So it doesn't have the same powerful benefit of this stiffening the joints. The Backhug, not just about having finger-sized robotic fingers, can go deep and address the stiff joints issue. It can also treat the entire back at once. So there's no need for any guesswork, because you can be sure one of the 26 fingers will hit the right joints that are causing problem. And remember, the primary source of the most of pain we experience is due to joint stiffness in the back. So we physiotherapists, osteopaths, or chiropractors, we practice that method. And there's a well written bank of evidence in the literature. It's just, it's too difficult for human therapists to do that. It requires repetitive pressure work. It's not something human therapists can do for any long stretch of time. And that's where the Backhug comes in and address the main problem.
Great. So would you discuss the critical success factors and risks facing your business, as you roll out your strategy to be able to treat back pain?
Backhug is a revolutionary technology based on novel approach, which means because we are campaigning for paradigm shift away from massaging the muscles towards de-stiffening the joints, we need to educate the customers and the public. So that's what we've been doing. We produced free text, we produced videos, we shared testimonials where real users explained why Backhug works so superbly. We also worked with the PR, and we've already had a publication widely read in the UK, and how Backhug is introducing new concept to the home healthcare industry. We're also going to work with influencers and celebrities who have a massive followers, who can introduce new concepts, new technologies to their followers, who will benefit from their influencers, celebrities tweet and post. So it's a win-win situation. So this is a critical success factor for us.
So as you look towards your US launch, what would be some of the regulatory requirements to roll out your business there and beyond into Europe?
Backhug has been designed and marketed on the household electronic equipment, specifically massage appliance, which means we are required to obtain CE marking, which we have already obtained. And also, we are required to obtain UN marking for the US market. We've received comprehensive preliminary UN inspection report, and we're going to implement and get US certification within the next 2 months. So that's what we are required to do.
Great. So, as you look through the regulations and get those certifications, how can we be confident that the product works and it's safe?
Over the last 5 years, we've tested Backhug with thousands of people. And there has been no single report that Backhug hurt. So there's a very strong evidence. But also, Backhug works through accuracy. We designed so that it lands a specific point, it travels at a specific angle, it gives a stroke movement up to 2 inches. So these are very delicate components that work through accuracy. Whereas incumbent massage products, which is heavily marketed in the UK and Europe, they use a golf ball sized hard surface ball that put big pressure onto the spine and back. And they even give the movements up to 4 or 5 inches. So you can see, based on the concept and the subsequent design, Backhug is just made safe.
Eric, I've got a question for you. You operate a subscription model that generates recurring revenue. Can you discuss, how does that subscription model work? How do the economics work for your Backhug business?
Sure. So we know we've got a product that can transform the lives of people living with back pain. So the aim of our business model is to make that product as available, as convenient, and as affordable as possible for our customers. So how do we do that? First of all, we make it available to customers in the comfort of their own home. It's like having a live-in physiotherapist, but one that never gets tired and one that has 26 fingers rather than just 10. And the other places where we make it available is in people's places of work or in therapy centers where they can use it when it's convenient for them. Now, how do we commercialize the offering? We make it available on subscription. We know that customers find subscriptions convenient and a flexible way of paying. And for the company, that generates recurring revenues, which is very attractive, recurring predictable cash flows. In terms of pricing, our standard package is a 12-month subscription, which costs $135 a month. And that is an extremely attractive price because it's basically the cost of 1.5 trips to the physio or the chiro. And for that price, they get unlimited use of the device whenever they need it for a month. And our customers typically use the device 2 to 3 times a week. So we estimate they're saving about $500 compared to the cost of comparable treatment. It's a very good deal for them. And we even offer a 24-month subscription, which is even cheaper than that. Now, for the investor, at that price, because of the cost of production that we are able to achieve with this smart technology, that generates a return on capital of 122%. It's the great thing about Backhug's technology, not just that it transforms the lives of people with back pain, but at that package, it's good value for the user and it's a great return for the investor.
Thank you. So it sounds like we've got an exciting launch coming up. We've got a product that treats better than others in the market and generates recurring revenue. So last question for both of you. Would you summarize the investment case for Pacla and especially its revolutionary Backhug product for our investors?
I come across lots of people with pain and there's a sense of hopelessness. Now, our mission and also our challenges is to give those people hope and deliver on those hopes. Now, we have a technology to deliver on those hopes. From investors' point of view, those technologies will unlock massive revenue potential with a 76 billion revenue potential each year. But that also gives so many people pain-free life. So I would summarize, this is a win-win investment opportunity.
Thank you, Chongsu, Eric. I really appreciate you taking the time to speak with us today about Pacla Medical and the exciting Backhug device. We look forward to the developments coming in the future. Thank you, guys.